As soon as he got free, the king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Lions and the silver and black, and it's all up next.
Just west of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip, we're at the site of Super Bowl 58, Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen, or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
On the return is Dylan Laube, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now Madison. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with Madison. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Again, it's Madison. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They'll have it by plenty. It was 3rd and 2. They picked up 8.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Man in motion here is Tucker. On 1st down, here's Minshew. Finding Terrace Marshall for the completion. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown, Raiders.
Illegal touching. Offense.
The official right there to call it. You cannot go out of bounds and then be the first guy to touch it. So that draws the flag. Throwing on second down is Minshew. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with first and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
A run on first and goal. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 5 yards brings up third and goal.
Trying to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. They'll run with Madison. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Vegas. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here will certainly help him achieve that goal.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Right side, that's Laporta, the tight end. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position, and depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A pickup there of 13. First down, Detroit. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On first down, it's Goff. Got a man open. It's Patrick. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So after one, it's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. Here's 2nd and 6. A run with Brooks. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now, Goff. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Laube now to return it. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Raiders offense, and their running back set to go once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. He is met and dropped. Couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He's going to let this one go deep. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Vegas.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties, make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Minshew. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Third and 9. Man in motion here is Tucker. To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
I'm always curious how defenses come back on the field after allowing a touchdown on the previous possession, and so far I'm liking what I see. There's no heads being held low. There's no dwelling and thinking back to that last drive. They've come out and completely dominated this next possession.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On the jet sweep, the give to St. Brown. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. They'll put a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the 1st down.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. Now they are in business. inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Goff to throw. He's got it at the 3. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. The Lions call their first timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. Here's Goff. Quick throw, taken in. Good running on display there, taking it to the 5, but now it is 3rd and goal. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Lions get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. First and 10. Now Minshew. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's gotta be a gotta-have-it best.
And he will get into the end zone. Harris Marshall, touchdown Las Vegas.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders are on top. It's 14-10. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on first and 10. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. It was a running back, Alexander Madison, who put together a solid first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, first half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. Quick slant caught by St. Brown. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Give it up the middle to Brooks. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
The 47-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Lions.
Goff to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That's over the middle. Taken in by Laporta. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They'll try and run it with Brooks. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, How well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Patrick motioning here. Give inside, it's Brooks. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A hit, and he has lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from just under 50 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions are back within a point. It's 14-13. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. He'll get this out wide, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Madison. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A tight end in motion now. They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
The Raiders have their punt team out there as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on first down. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And he's going to take this one all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try.
The Lions will set up for the
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Abdullah now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. That's taken in by the running back, Madison.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. They'll go here with Madison. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On play action, here's Minshew. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and we'll bring up 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So we are. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion is Myers. Minshew gonna look to throw again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read one, read two, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's caught by Abdullah. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Minshew. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. And he's into the end zone. Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown, Raiders. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A carry now for Brooks. The defense stringing him out. No gain, back to the original line of scrimmage.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 29-yard line.
A good spot here, second and a yard. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Marshall is on the move. Minshew now to throw on first and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These are some of the most difficult situations for a coach to handle because it's a combination of you have to be aggressive to go score, trying to win the game, of course. But there's also an element of time and clock management. So it's going to be very interesting to see the play selection over these next couple downs.
In motion is Myers. They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. Madison. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Now second and inches. Now Madison. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get this only to about the 10. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. Man in motion here is Tucker. Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Working the sideline, that's St. Brown.
Complete to number 14, Amon-Ra St. Brown. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down in Detroit.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here we go. One final play. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline, and that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. They walk away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.